welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. Today I'm once again reading the first line to determine a book that goes on my TBR. I have made some changes to this simply because, I don't know, I feel like I want to try and do this every month, and in order to do so I have picked 5 books instead of the usual 10, so from now on every time I do this it will be 5 books. I'm also still debating whether or not I should add this to my game so that this will either be the 6th book, or if I can include it in a prompt that I get in the game it will be one of the 5 books, and whether or not I should get punished for not reading them, but we'll see. Anyways, I think without further ado we should just get started with the 5 books that I have and see which one I should add to my TBR for next month. First book we have is Daughter of Sparta by Claire M. Andrews. I have recently gotten this from my best friend Caitlin, and I'm actually really excited to see what this is about. It has a gorgeous map, and I'm guessing it has something to do with Greek mythology. The sun begins its descent beyond the Tigris Mountains, filling the sky with a golden glow as the honor of my family balances upon my shoulders. And that was the first line. I think it's a solid start, I will definitely say that. Not sure that it will stay as my number 1, but it's a solid start, and let's see what the others have to offer before I make any more comments. But I like the whole I have to carry the honor of my family on my shoulders. I kind of like that. So let's see what we get. Next up we have Blade of Secrets by Trisha Levenseller. I also got this from my best friend Caitlin, actually the same time I got the other one. I really want to try some of Trisha Levenseller's books, especially because I know Caitlin loved her so much. Let's see what we think. I prefer metal to people, which is why the forge is my safe space. Okay. That's the first line. I'm in doubt as to which one I'm more intrigued by, because I feel like they were both really vague. I think this one intrigues me more because if she herself is like a bladesmith, then I am 100% on board, and it sounds kind of like that is the gist of it. I'm gonna put this on a first place. Next up we have Romanov by Nadine Brendas. I've had this for quite a while. I got this secondhand, but I do think that this might be some kind of special edition. I know that it's signed, but I just really don't know what edition this is. I am hoping that this will give me serious Anastasia vibes, because that is all I want. Basically the first line is "My blood is a crime." Okay, let me just read this entire thing. If you look at it, it's still red. If you touch it, it's still wet. But if you listen to it, it speaks a single name in a pulsing chant. Romanov. Girl, listen. Okay. I need to put this on first place. That got me so hooked. Just that line, "My blood is a crime." I'm here for it. This is also really vague, but I'm more intrigued by this than I was the other two. As of right now, Romanov is in the lead. The next one is Vesper by Margaret Rogerson. I haven't read any Margaret Rogerson books, but I really want to. I also really want to get to Sorcery of Thorns and what is the other? An Enchantment of Ravens. So let's see what we think. If I hadn't come to the convent's cemetery to be alone, I wouldn't have noticed the silver gleam of the censer lying abandoned at the base of the tombstone. It kind of gives me nothing. I mean, it is as vague as the other ones, but I think the other ones have had a stronger first line, so I'm sorry Vesper, but this is going on a 4th place. And finally we have the chunker of this list, which is Crave by Tracy Wolff. Oh, let's see what we think. I also know that this is a huge series, not because there's many books. I think is it the 4th or the 5th one that is gonna come out soon? But every single book is just a massive chunker. But let's see what we think. I stand at the outer tarmac door, staring at the plane I am about to get on, and try my hardest not to freak out. It's easier said than done. That's the first line. I don't know. It's definitely not a first place, so I guess it doesn't really matter what place it goes on, because it's not going to win over Romanov, and it wouldn't even win over Blade of Secrets, but I think that it would... No, I think it's a 5th place, to be honest. I think that it goes on the 5th place because it seems very contemporary, and I believe it is urban fantasy. Isn't that what it's called when it's with vampires and werewolves and stuff? I think that's what it is. So that is not my forte. That is not what I usually go for. I'm not that intrigued by the first line, but I'm still intrigued by the book. Which means that the winner for this round was Romanov by Nadine Brendas, and I am actually really excited. It's also a shorter book, so that's nice. It's always good with a shorter book. I am excited to add this to my TBR. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you will be reading in January, and also, what do you think of this? Like, do you think I should have a punishment for not reading these books? If I don't get to Romanov, should I then move a step back on the board, or should I just keep this completely separate to my game? Should I, for example, if I don't read the book, should I then pick 5 jar picks for next round and read the first line of those 5? I mean, do you think I should have a punishment for not reading these, or do you think that this one book that I pick for every TBR, that I should just leave that? Like, I have the possibility to combine this with a prompt in my game. So if I don't read it and introduce a punishment for this as well, then it would be like a double punishment if I didn't read it, because I would move one step back on the game and have to maybe do the jar thing. I don't know. So please let me know what you think. Should I add a punishment? Should I just leave it? What do you think? If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, then please hit subscribe. It would just mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!